All right. Hey, happy Tuesday. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've done a Telehealth Tuesday, but I had some questions this week that I wanted to talk about, and hopefully Goni doesn't start barking, but he's sleeping. He's taking a nap right behind me right now, and if he does, then I'll get up for a second and close the door. Um, but yeah, anyway, so welcome to Telehealth Tuesday. I've been doing regular lives here in the group, the Telehealth Business Academy group, to help you guys start and grow your telehealth practices or start offering online services in your therapy practice. And recently I've been getting some questions about different types of software and what should I use for this? What should I use for that? So I wanted to take some time to share with you the softwares that I use, the different tools that I use for my own business and my own practice, just to give you guys a few ideas of, different things that you could be using, and just my experience with them. And if I'd recommend them or not. So if you do have any questions on software, please comment below. Let me know if you are considering using something. Definitely post in the group and let us know and ask your questions, because I'm sure somebody else has used the software before. And so that way you're not just getting my opinion, but you're getting other opinions as well, to help you choose what is best for you. So if you are here with us live, comment live and let me know that you can hear me okay and see me okay. And if you're catching the replay, comment replay. But without further ado, let's get into it. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. I have everything kind of lined up to share with you today, the different softwares that I use. So, here we are, and I use the new Chrome grouping feature here to group all the things into different categories, because I love a good organization system. So starting off, you guys have heard me talk about this before, but Google Workspace, formerly known as G Suite, is an excellent place to start. If you are looking for very budget-friendly software to get started with, most of us have used Google or Gmail in some capacity. So the Google Workspace is just the business version of a Gmail account, and they have an option to sign a BAA to make your Google Drive, your notes in there, HIPAA compliant. So, they have the pricing on here, but last time I looked, it was like $6 a month. And for documentation software, you really can't beat that. But here inside Google, you'll have your business email. You can use the calendar to schedule appointments, Google Drive to save all the documents that you need, write up your notes, create note templates, and using Google Meet as a HIPAA compliant video conferencing software for telehealth. So this is great. It's an all-in-one, very budget-friendly, like I said. My only problem with using it as your all-in-one is that it does get a little clunky, because it takes so much time to click around into everything and get everything done. It does take a little bit of time. But it's a great place to start, and then you can always upgrade your softwares later on, and I will show you my favorite in just a moment too. So the next one, I use Zoom a lot. I use Google Meet and I use Zoom a lot. No, I don't use the HIPAA compliant version of Zoom. Zoom I mainly use for like discovery calls or working with my coaching clients. For the patients that I have, the physical therapy patients I have, I use Google Meet. But both are great. And then to stay organized and keep on top of all of my tasks, I highly recommend having a dumping ground, a place where you can just really quickly on your phone dump all of your to-dos. And so I use ClickUp, but ClickUp is a super on steroids all-in-one. So unless you are ready for that, I would recommend starting with something like TickTick or Todoist, like a really basic task software. And then Asana is a good step up from that. And then ClickUp is, like I said, tons of stuff. What I really like about ClickUp is that you can split up all your projects, all your tasks, and then they also have an option for docs. So you can take notes right in the same place, and keep everything together. So I really liked this a lot. And of course, Calendly. I use Calendly to schedule a lot of calls with people. Moving into social media, obviously, I use Facebook. I use Instagram, LinkedIn a little bit, YouTube a little bit. But Hootsuite has been really helpful in my sister who works with me. We schedule our social media posts with Hootsuite. And they do have a free version, and you're just limited on the number of accounts. So that can be really helpful for us to put our marketing and our content together, like on one day, batch produce it, and schedule it out. So I recommend doing something like that once you have a plan for all of your content. And then as far as taking payments, I've just recently started using Thrivecart for the membership that I'm doing. And what I really like about this is that at least right now, I know that they've had this special discount offer for a while, but at least right now it's a one-time purchase for the shopping cart software instead of a monthly payment, and that can be really nice for some people. So I've liked Thrivecart so far. It's been pretty good. So I just wanted to mention that. And then I get asked a lot about what payment system I use for patients. So I've been using Square since day one. I really like it a lot. And some of the things that they have in here that I think are really cool is they have like different marketing things you can do with Square. They have Square appointments. So if you wanted to kind of like level up from just Google Calendar, Square appointments is free to use, and you can always use that to schedule patients as well. But Square's been great. I think it has a little bit higher of like a transaction fee than Stripe does. But I've really enjoyed the experience that I've had with Square. So I've really liked that. And then I did just want to mention Stripe. I tend to use Square for like in-person payments and Stripe for like digital product sales. So those are the two I recommend. I have had some trouble with PayPal in the past, which is why I try not to use PayPal. But that's also an option. But my top two for payment systems are Square and Stripe. And then one of the best like shopping cart options if you're doing digital products that I've seen is Thrivecart. And speaking of digital products, I wanted to mention Member Vault. And I am surprised I'm not an affiliate for them by this point. I just haven't gotten around to signing up for their affiliate program, but I love Member Vault. If you are planning to, create a mini course, create a course for your patients, for your clients, if you're wanting somewhere to host content that looks like a course that somebody can go through, I really like Member Vault a lot. And part of the reason that I do is because they have a free plan that's just capped at 100 people. So you get like all the same features, I think, except a custom domain for free, until you have 100 people. And it makes a lot of sense, because until you have like the capital to invest in something, that can be really, really helpful. And then even past that, this one, is definitely on the lower end of cost. So I think it's just been really great. And like the other thing about it too, is that they're a small business. Like I think they're run by like 4 people maybe from what I've seen. And their customer service has been excellent. They have a Facebook group that's been awesome. And I just joined their circle community. So I really, really recommend them. I recently tested out some stuff with using a member like platform on WordPress. And to me, like WordPress has always been like too much to handle. It's always taken like way too long for me to build something. And that might just be me being impatient. But I tried that. I tried Kajabi. And I know that everybody who starts with Kajabi seems like they really, really like it. But I started with Member Vault, and then trying to like import everything over was going to be too much of a thing. So I really like Member Vault. I can't say enough good things about them. And just to give you guys an example of what it looks like, this is what like the course platform looks like, and like subtle side plug for the membership that I'm releasing this week. This is where I'm hosting everything. And so you can see like these are all the products, these are all the courses, which is really cool to see everything here. And I know a lot of you guys took my Therapy Business Basics course in the fall and in the past couple of months. And so this is what the inside of a course looks like. And they're constantly adding upgrades, which is really cool. So like if you're looking for certain features, they're totally open to doing that. And specifically, I get asked a lot about HEP software. So I've been using TrueCoach also from day one. Can't say enough good things about TrueCoach. My patients have really liked it. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. So instead of just giving them a piece of paper with exercises on it that I printed out from HEP to go, they actually can log into an app on their phone and they get a daily email from me with their exercises. We can comment back and forth if they have feedback, and we can also message back and forth. And I can program for them very easily on a daily basis, weekly, monthly basis. And what's kind of cool is you can like create these exercise programs and then like copy and paste them, day to day, week to week, and just continue to progress them as you go instead of having to like redo it every single time that you work with somebody. And you can keep track of lots of other stuff. Like there's a place where you can put like their home equipment so that you have that available to you when you are programming for them. And of course, you guys have heard me mention IntakeQueue. I love this software. Day one software too. It's been awesome since I've been using it, and I use it to not only manage my physical therapy patients, but also all of my business coaching clients. So all of like the people that I work with one-on-one privately, all of their stuff goes into IntakeQueue, and I can send forms, I can get consents, I can get contracts signed. I do all the invoicing through there. You can keep cards on file. I can keep, contact information in there. And they do have like a private client, like messaging portal. And somebody can go in and like change their card information or reschedule their appointment. So it's been really great. Their customer service has also been really good. And I know that they are continuing to make updates to their software as well. And what I like about this as well for a documentation system is that it's really not super high cost. They have options between like $29 and $60. So just depending on like how many patients you have, again, like a similar structure to TrueCoach and MemberVault, you can kind of like upgrade from there, just depending on where you're at in your business. So highly recommend that. It's also helped to streamline my systems a lot. And I made note templates and everything, so I can just like throw up a note, type in my notes, and it's very easy to sign. And they do super bills. You can integrate with a faxing system, all that kind of good stuff. I've been asked this a lot. People have been wondering if I use QuickBooks. I do. I don't love it, but it seems to be the only solution for what I need right now for tracking income and expenses and taxes. So if anybody has another idea, another solution, please let me know. But I use QuickBooks Self-Employed. There are a bunch of like different types of QuickBooks that you can use. I know some people use QuickBooks Small Business, but because I'm a single member LLC, QuickBooks Self-Employed is just what I use for that. And then with websites. So I recently have been using LeadPages to do some landing pages. I really like LeadPages. I think it's really easy to use. So if you just need a really basic web page, which might be like 1 or 2 pages, I think this is awesome. It's also definitely like more affordable. They have different things that you can make with it as well. And then, if you're looking for a bigger website, I really like Wix. I've been using Wix since day one. And what I like about Wix is that I can like really customize everything, like right down to the tiniest pixel on the website. I can customize everything. I also have heard a lot of good things about Squarespace. I like Squarespace. It's not as customizable, but if you can, like, I really, really like Wix a lot. They also have a lot of different marketing tools that you can use. I think Squarespace does too. Website builder I would not recommend is the GoDaddy website builder. I think it's incredibly frustrating. There's almost no customization available. And while it might be easy to get something up, if you want to do anything else with your website, it's just been really, really difficult to use. And of course, like I mentioned, there is WordPress. So if you are WordPress savvy, you can build a website on WordPress for free, and then you can just upgrade like plugins and themes and stuff like that, versus like Wix and Squarespace. You have to pay to use both of them on a monthly basis. So I hope this helps. I know I get questions about software all the time. So, at least now at the time of this recording, these are all the softwares that I really love to use. And they've really helped me a lot. And if you have any other recommendations, please leave them in the comments below and let us know, because I know other people will be wondering about this as well. So anyways, yeah. I hope that was helpful. And I left the link in the description of this video today. I know you guys have probably seen it, but I launched my membership this week that I'm really excited about. And I will share a quick tour video in here for you guys as well, because I really do think that the membership could be helpful for a lot of you guys that I've talked to in here. And obviously I do coaching, but I know coaching is not for everybody. And sometimes you just need a little bit of guidance and a little bit of a push and more concentrated support, so to speak, and an action plan, and you can get down to business and get to it. But yeah, either way, totally here for you. Happy to help. I hope you have a good rest of your Tuesday, and you'll hear from me soon.